microphone and make me mash up the room. Can't me see them from far, that's why I catch them in my zoom. Pouring up mad like this boy from Platoon. Well, it's Rebo Rebel, Sweetie Chef, it's not a cartoon. You need to taste this bass when I'm serving up a tune. Black Lagoon, grey clouds are monsoon. Me love you granny PA, me must check you soon. Don't test my heart, it's no walk in the park. All them old time scripts, man, I ripped them all apart. Now I'm looking
Kane
at
FM
this
is a
world
radio
like,
station based
where
in
do I
Guildford.
start?
It brings the
African
community
ghost
together by
stolen
their
to
wide
fund
range
this
of shows,
war in the
popular
rock, but
events
we're blinded
and love
by
for music.
governments. There's
It
this
began as
warning
a
in
pirate
their
radio station in the
motion.
90s,
Said
but when
about
pirate radio
controlling
became
into
illegal,
section.
it then
Poison
transitioned to a legal
under
community
90s
radio station
back
regulated by
to
law. Kane FM not only receives radio presence, but also with popular. Their project has been going for 8 years and is now called Mind Mates. Mind Mates work with young people who have well-being and learning challenges by working on their self-esteem, confidence and increase their skills to reach their full potential. Music to Minds have strong links with Kane FM and Mind Mates, as we often give and receive referrals depending on a young person's situation. We also work together on projects and workshops. In regards to the radio station, I myself have a rap music radio show, and if a young person breaks into some music to my ears and I think it's suitable and appropriate for radio play, I will offer to play
We've just
their
had an amazing August bank holiday bonanza weekend in Guildford where retailers saw their best ever trade since lockdown. I would like to put on record my thanks to the enormous energy of Stuart Alexander, who runs Big Mouth Guildford, working in conjunction with Amanda Masters of Experience Guildford, Guildford Borough Council and the local radio station Kane FM. The work that residents do to support local businesses and make our tourism destinations vibrant and ensure success beyond this global pandemic is truly heartwarming and encouraging. It is this partnership between government and our community that
in the finger by the name of Mr. Clean.
Where do you guys come from today?
Well, I've come all the way up from Pembrokeshire, West Wales. We travelled up, staying with my friend here. Right. So I've just come up for the weekend with the kids.
So we're literally a mile and a half from here.
Where have you guys travelled from?
Oh, we live just up the road. Up the road, 1 minute walk away.
Well, Ohio. How would you describe your experience in the town?
Experience in the town.
Charming, in a word, I'd say. So different than America.
Mellow. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sort of like city life meets country life.
And I love the pedestrianised high street.
Really good, really good. Got into town, no problem, parked up easily. The women have gone into the shopping centre. The music's lifted my spirits a little bit.
What do you think of Guildford, mate?
I love it, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you have any favourite independent businesses in the town?
Crema, the coffee shop. And we like Gales.
The pub's quite a lot. You can get that in independent business. Or the Sicilian coffee shop down there is one of the favourites. I like popping after girls every now and then still.
Yeah, nice. Do you into your tunes?
Yeah, I'm into music as well.
Oh yeah, man. Ben's Collectors, 10% off today, a bit of vinyl.
Is there more to come into the town than shopping?
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, we like the walk along the river.
The sun's shining, you could kid yourself you're in the south of France or something.
Well, thanks for stopping, enjoy your day, and thanks for your support, and enjoy your day in Guildford.
Appreciate it.
Nice one, man. Cheers.
Start our timer, try and keep it as tight as we can. So here we are, 7 years of Kane FM on socials. That's what I'm covering, I mean. That's great, it is really great. So the three main things I would like us to cover, if I can fit them in. What are the lessons learned over the last few years of helping out with social media? If I can, I'm going to show you a few examples of what I refer to as case studies. It is something that you could spend 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, you could spend as much time as you want on looking through data. Then I would like us to figure out how we can do something like this more often, whereby, if you've missed this and you couldn't join in live, then we could do it another time, maybe set up, when that can happen. So that in multiple occasions, obviously, so that we can figure out, you know, what works best and get people's input and just make it more of a collaborative process. Now, this is really for me quite key. If the people on top, and that doesn't just mean the committee, it means the people who've been there a long time, if they jump in, everyone's going to jump in after them. You know, that's pretty straightforward. If that can happen, then that is really, you know, ideal.
So if we have a look here, you can see all the accounts, and right away there's a flag there for the higher ups. 11 messages. Okay, this is where the higher ups need to be stepping in. Whoever's doing the posting, whoever's organizing the pictures and the graphics, it's the people that are following, that you know, and that they know you know, and you're ignoring them.
People who have been with the Kane FM community for a long time, if they jump in, people are going to jump in after them. It's as simple as that, really. So what we need is for, as it says there, you know, we need for people who are respected and well known. The people who've been here a long time, they care what they do. They really do. So, you know, lead by example is what I would say is one very important lesson learned. There is an operational plan, as it says there, and it is available should you want it. Consistency and content, very important. You know, we're not talking about perfection here. Perfection has died. It died a long time ago in social media. You've got to make sure you're understood, absolutely. But it is not something that needs to be polished and buffed, not at all. But you've got to be consistent with it. So if you're going to do a post a week, do a post a week. If you're going to do it every day, do it every day. And what I think of as quality is going to be different. What you think of quality is going to be different to what the next person thinks of as quality. You fit it in and you do it to the best of your abilities. That's it, really. No one's asking you to overstretch yourselves. And actually, no one's asking you to do it at all. It really comes down to what you want. I'm here to help out with that. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's just a bit. Oh, see, 4 minutes is up already. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, I do want to fit this bit in here. The bit about perfection is dead, right? The whole point is that if you do, I don't know, one post and you spend like, you know, you spend days researching it and you spend like 2 hours working on the music and then like, you know, you put your heart and soul into it and it goes nowhere, which is entirely possible, really. But if you had done 20 posts over that same time, the odds are higher that something will have worked, something could catch. So bear that in mind. Okay, onwards. I must show you the website. It has come a long way in a short time. If you've been recently, keep going. If you haven't been, go have a look. I'll show you one screen grab of data so you can see that that's when the changes started to happen and that's when the interest started to pick up. Now to compare that to YouTube. Now YouTube is a big deal, okay? No matter what you think of it, it's a big deal and people are flocking, I tell you. So let's just have a quick look around. We're not going to spend too much time on it. Oh yes, very good. Right, so what I'd like to do, you go to advanced mode, we're going to go to 1 year, and what we're going to compare is subscriptions, right? We're going to go views and watch time, average view direction. Let's go watch time, right? So it's this bit down here, right, where it says total not subscribed, subscribed. Can you see that we have nearly 100% visitors who are not subscribed? I mean, that is a missing opportunity for sure. There's a lot we can do there. It's a big one, that's huge. Look at it. So many people are coming who aren't even subscribing. So, you know, maybe they aren't repeat visitors. We could probably find that out in here. So that'll be one for next time. Let's just have a look at Facebook. It is without a doubt where Kane FM is strongest. Now you probably think you know who the heavy hitters are, but I wouldn't go just assuming straight off the bat. let's just check out a few other things. Now, this is great, obviously, but look at this. This is really, for me, awesome. Look at that. Right? Celebrating 5 more years. It gets way more hits than anything else. Way more. There's another one. Hang on a second. Look at that. I mean, this is outstanding. It's not a show. It's not a person. It's the love of the station, and that's to be built upon, and built upon. There's more. Let's see. I've shown you that one. Look at this. This is a good one too. Yeah. I mean, look. That's just amazing, right? Look at it. There's nothing. There's no post that even comes close to these that I've just shown you. Now is I'm just going to run you through a case study. It's probably a bit of a grand word for it really, on Instagram, and then show you some Twitter data, ways in which I can help. So one is little known things that aren't being implemented, and then another would be well known things that could be implemented better, and then the third is comes after really one, or the second one, or the first one of the two that I mentioned. Now, I've not been able to help everybody obviously, but a good example of little known and successfully implementing is Instagram and using hashtag comments. Now, DJ Frost was the first person I knew anyway to use this to great effect, and she actually turned me on to using it. I used it during Tron to pretty good success. I won't say great success, because it turns out that certain hashtags and certain hashtag strings do much better than others, regardless of the content and the subject matter of your post. I've wanted to test this myself, find out whether it would make any difference whatsoever today, because I've tried it since. So what I've done here is yesterday I posted a string of hashtags on some of my posts, profile that I used. Absolutely zero. So why am I showing you this? To prove to you that the only way forward as far as algorithms go on social media is that you need to experiment. I mean, anything that we do today, the posts that say, oh, the algorithm's now doing this, is now doing that, well, really, tomorrow it could be doing something else. Next week it will be completely different. Those two clips that I opened with, of Miracle and Squeaky, neither of these two clips really made it that much further into the social media world. Had I the time, the resources, I could have taken either of these clips and we could have pushed Kane FM much further. The cost of doing that? The rest of the community. If we take Squeakies for example, on the strength of that one clip alone, you could create a Facebook page, Twitter, profile on Instagram, and now you do TikTok. Oh yes. Just based on that one clip. And then you'd go through his back catalogue, again using all the time and resources available, and we'd gather all that we could, put it into bite-sized pieces, put some of it into long form, we'd write about him, we'd broadcast about him, and we'd push it out there. It's not a difficult thing to do in terms of what you're doing, but it's difficult in terms of the effort you have to put in. I mean, to clarify, obviously consistency and quality, even as you or I or whoever defines it, maintaining consistency in quality isn't easy.